Welcome to your Impulse cooktop. In this video, we'll introduce you to the software and show you everything you need to confidently use your cooktop, from everyday cooking and timers to notifications and settings. Before we begin, let's talk about how you interact with the cooktop. First, you wake the stove by pressing and holding the power button. Although the cooktop features a large display, it is not a touchscreen. Instead, you interact with the software using these magnetic control knobs. You can rotate a knob to navigate through menus or adjust settings, and then you press the knob to make a selection. The knobs are all identical and interchangeable. Each knob controls its corresponding burner. Now let's take a quick tour of the interface. The display is organized into 3 primary areas, each with a clear purpose. At the top is the system bar. This is where you'll find information that applies to the cooktop as a whole, including battery status, Wi-Fi connectivity, and important system updates. In the center is the cooking area. This is where you'll see information about your active cooking session. Along the bottom of a cooking area is the burner dock. Each burner has its own dedicated space that always displays its current status. Here you'll find information like the current temperature or active power, timer status, cookware, and residual heat indicators, along with any notifications related to that specific burner. We'll revisit each of these areas throughout this video as we explore how they work together while you cook. Let's get started with everyday cooking. Everyday cooking on Impulse is designed to feel familiar while giving you more control when you want it. To begin cooking, place an induction-compatible cookware on a burner. Impulse offers 2 cooking modes, power mode and temperature mode. Press and turn the corresponding knob to enter the default power mode. You can switch between power and temperature modes at any point while cooking by pressing the knob. Power mode works like a traditional gas or electric stove. You directly control how much power is delivered to the pan, giving you immediate and responsive control over the heat. It's a great choice when you want to boil water, reduce sauces, or quickly bring a pan up to temperature. Temperature mode lets you cook towards a target pan temperature instead. It's like cruise control for your pan. Rather than manually adjusting the heat, the cooktop automatically adjusts power to help maintain your selected pan temperature. It's especially useful for searing, sautéing, melting, and other cooking tasks where consistency matters. As you explore each mode, you'll notice a second line of text beneath the target setting. These labels are designed to provide familiar reference points while cooking on Impulse. In power mode, you'll see reference points like low, medium, and high, similar to the burner settings you're already familiar with. In temperature mode, you'll see cooking tasks like melt, warm, brown, fry, and sear, to help connect a target temperature with common cooking techniques. These labels aren't exact rules. They're there to help translate familiar recipes into the way you cook on Impulse. Over time, you'll naturally build an intuition for the temperatures and power levels that work best for your cookware and your cooking style. As you cook, the burner dock always provides a consistent place to see each burner's current status. This includes the current temperature, the active power, timer, and burner-specific notifications. Each burner on the Impulse cooktop has its own independent timer. To start a timer, press and hold the knob to open the menu. Then select Timer. First, choose the timer duration. By default, the timer works just like a traditional kitchen timer and will sound an audio alert and flash the burner lights when the timer has ended. Simply choose the duration and then continue cooking. After a short time, the menu will automatically close on its own, so no need to manually dismiss it. If you'd like, you can also choose what happens after the timer finishes. In addition to an audio alert, you can automatically transition the burner to keep warm, holding your food at about 160 degrees Fahrenheit, making it easy to keep food ready to serve without overcooking. Or you can have the burner automatically change to room temperature, allowing the pan to begin cooling once the timer is complete. These options make it easy to match the timer to how you're cooking, whether you're setting a reminder for yourself or letting the cooktop help with the next step. Regardless of the setting, when the timer finishes, you'll hear the audio alert and the LED ring will briefly blink to draw your attention. The timer then begins counting elapsed time, making it easy to see how long it's been since the timer completed. When you're finished, press the burner knob to dismiss the elapsed timer. Because each burner has its own timer, you can easily manage multiple dishes at once. You can even use a timer without actively cooking on that burner, making it useful for timing something in the oven, resting food, or any other step in your recipe. If you want the fastest heating and direct manual control, power mode will feel most familiar. It's similar to cooking on a traditional gas or electric stove. If maintaining a consistent cooking temperature is more important, use temperature mode. Because the cooktop continuously works to maintain your selected pan temperature, it can help reduce temperature swings. For example, choosing a target temperature below your oil smoke point can help reduce smoking and prevent burning. A common technique is to preheat your cookware quickly in power mode and then switch to temperature mode once the pan has reached cooking temperature. This gives you the speed of manual heating with the consistency of automatic temperature control. Now let's take a look at how your cooktop communicates with you while you're cooking. As you cook, your impulse cooktop is working behind the scenes, managing cooking and system conditions. To keep you informed, it communicates through notifications and status indicators. One of the guiding principles of the interface is that every type of information has a consistent home. Information that applies to the cooktop as a whole appears in the system bar. This includes battery status, Wi-Fi connectivity, and system notifications. Information related to a specific burner appears above the burner dock. This includes cooking notifications, cookware status, and other burner-specific information. Throughout the interface, information appears where it's most relevant. Routine updates are shown without interrupting what you're doing, while notifications related to cooking appear in the cooking area that they are associated with. Some notifications are simply informational, like letting you know a software update will be installed overnight. Others let you know that the cooktop is automatically managing operating conditions or balancing available power. And occasionally, you'll see an alert that requires your attention, such as a fault condition. When that happens, the notification will explain what's happening and guide you through the next step. A good example is active power management. Depending on the situation, the cooktop may automatically adjust power to optimize performance. This could be due to cookware considerations, available battery power, or other operating conditions. Because the reason can vary, active power management may appear either as a system notification or alongside the burner that it affects. In either case, the notification explains what's happening, so you always understand how the cooktop is responding. You'll also notice that the system bar shows a simple battery icon, rather than a constantly changing battery percentage. Most of the time, you shouldn't have to think about the battery when you're cooking. You should trust that your cooktop is ready when you need it. If the battery reaches a low level, the cooktop will let you know. If you'd like to top off the battery before your next cooking session, you can go to Settings, Power and Battery, and select Charge Now. By giving every type of information a consistent home and communicating only when it matters, the cooktop becomes easier to understand, easier to trust, and ultimately easier to cook with. While the rest of the interface is designed around cooking, Settings is where you manage your cooktop itself. To access the menu, press and hold any knob. After a moment, the menu will appear automatically. If all burners are off, you'll see the option to enter settings. If another burner is actively cooking, settings will not be available. Instead, you'll see a message letting you know that all burners must be off to access settings. This helps keep the focus on cooking while you're using the cooktop. Inside settings, you'll find options for Wi-Fi, charging, and software information. You'll also notice that each setting includes a short description to help explain what it does. In most cases, the default settings work well, but they're always available if you like to tailor the cooktop to your home and cooking routine. Connecting your cooktop to Wi-Fi allows it to receive software updates and enables connected features. To connect, select Wi-Fi, choose your network, and enter your password. Once connected, your cooktop will automatically reconnect whenever that network is available. One of the unique capabilities of Impulse is its integrated battery. Most of the time, charging happens automatically in the background based on your charging preferences. Once you've set your preferences, Impulse takes care of the rest. If you like to recharge the battery immediately, simply go to the Power and Battery section and select Charge Now. This is useful if you're preparing for a very large meal or simply want the battery fully charged before you start cooking. For everything else, you can customize how your cooktop charges through charging preferences. Charging preferences let you tell the cooktop how you'd like it to behave, while Impulse automatically manages the details behind the scenes. The first setting is the preferred charging time. This tells the cooktop when you generally like it to recharge. That may mean charging overnight when electricity rates are lower, or if your home has rooftop solar, charging it in the middle of the day. Simply choose the time durations that fit best with your home and energy usage, and the cooktop will use that as its preferred charging schedule. Next is the battery reserve. The battery reserve determines how much energy the cooktop tries to keep available throughout the day. Rather than asking you to manage the battery yourself, simply choose the option that best matches your home and your needs. Low prioritizes using more of the battery before recharging. Balance provides a good mix of battery availability and charging efficiency, and it's the recommended setting for most households. A high reserve keeps more energy available throughout the day, making it a good choice if you frequently cook multiple meals, live in an area with frequent power outages, or simply prefer having more battery available at all times. Because the cooktop manages a larger reserve, it may recharge more proactively throughout the day. Once you've chosen a preference, Impulse automatically manages charging behind the scenes. You can also choose your maximum charging power. A higher charging power recharges the battery more quickly. Lower charging power reduces the electrical demand while charging and may also reduce charging fan noise. This can be useful if your home has limited electrical capacity or you'd simply prefer quieter charging. You can reduce the charging current as low as 4 amps. The maximum available charging power depends on whether your cooktop is connected to 120 volts or 240 volt power. Charging time depends on both your electrical connection and your selected charging power. A 240 volt connection can recharge the battery faster than a 120 volt installation. Lower charging power settings will increase the overall charging time. For most households, the default setting provides an excellent balance between charging speed, battery availability, and electrical demand. The settings menu also includes helpful information about your cooktop. In software, you'll see information about your version number, and you can also read the release notes. Then in system information, you have your serial number. There's also resources for additional information, or you can contact Impulse support. If you ever need assistance, our support team may ask for your software version or serial number to help diagnose your cooktop more quickly. One of the things that makes Impulse unique is that your cooktop can continue improving over time through software. When a software update becomes available, you'll receive a notification directly on your cooktop. Updates may include reliability improvements, performance enhancements, bug fixes, and new capabilities that continue to improve your cooking experience. You'll also receive release notes by email whenever a new software update is available. If you'd like to review them directly on your cooktop, open Settings, go to Software, and select Release Notes. There, you'll find a summary of what's new in the latest software release. That concludes our software guide. Thank you for taking the time to learn more about your Impulse cooktop. We hope this guide helps you feel confident using your cooktop and discovering everything it has to offer. Happy cooking!